Are you wondering how my personal P2P lending portfolio is performing lately? Well, if that's the case, then this video is for you. Today, I will be diving deep into my portfolio and I will be sharing with you all the important performance metrics so you can get an idea of how much interest I am earning with a portfolio of close to 47,000 euros. If you're new to this channel and your goal is to make money online by investing in P2P loans, consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. So let's get right into it. In this table, you can see my current outstanding portfolio amount on every platform, as well as the interest that has been paid out to me in the last 30 days. The portfolio amount is in total 46,971 euro and the received interest in the last 30 days was 402 euro. So as you can see in this chart, most of the portfolio is on PeerBerry, followed by EstateGuru and Robocash, which in total accounts for 80% of my portfolio. The remaining 20% is spread across various other platforms, mainly for testing purposes. Keep in mind that my testing portfolios can change in size at any time. The goal here is to get familiar with the platform so I can improve our reviews on P2P Empire. Before we go through the platforms, I should let you know that over the past few months, I'm working towards reducing the number of platforms that I'm invested in. I've tested plenty of platforms since 2017 and some just don't meet my expectations in the long run, which is why I look elsewhere. This doesn't mean that they are bad for you, it's just my own preference. I'm a firm believer that when it comes to investing, you should always make your own decisions. Alright, so PeerBerry is the platform with the highest stake in my portfolio. If you have been following this channel, you are likely familiar with PeerBerry. It's a marketplace where you can invest in consumer loans, car loans, or real estate loans. PeerBerry has a very good track record and my portfolio has been performing as expected since I joined the platform back in 2018. Some of you have been wondering what's up with the crowdfunding license that PeerBerry is seeking. It's still on the way. However, the Bank of Lithuania, which is the issuer of the license, is undergoing internal restructuring, which means that some of the decision makers have been replaced. This is unfortunately delaying the issuance of any crowdfunding license in Lithuania. We will publish any news regarding PeerBerry on our website, P2P Empire, so if you're curious about the latest news, just bookmark our PeerBerry review. EstateGuru is another very popular crowdfunding platform in Europe. It's been now pretty much 4 years since I've joined EstateGuru as an investor. My stake on this platform is currently at 11,351 euro. The entire portfolio is backed with mortgages, which reduces the default risk. EstateGuru has not lost investors' money for several years until last month, where the platform admitted that they were not able to recover enough funds from a Latvian loan, which caused a loss for investors. If you look at the bigger picture, EstateGuru's lost funds only account for 0.009% of the historical funding volume, which is obviously very low. EstateGuru is growing and it's crucial to monitor your portfolio. As mentioned in our updated EstateGuru review, there is plenty of options to optimize your performance and minimize the risks. Robocash is another platform that has a very good reputation and an excellent track record in the P2P lending space. It's likely one of the least developed platforms, but it has everything you need to invest and track your portfolio performance. Robocash is funding loans from some of the lending companies that operate under the profitable Robocash Group. My personal stake in Robocash is currently at 8,637 euro and I only invest in loans from Singapore and Kazakhstan. VIAINVEST is another crowdfunding platform from Estonia. My stake in this platform is currently at 2,023 euro. The platform offers high-yielding real estate deals from 5 countries, including Spain, Moldova, Germany, and Estonia. VIAINVEST has recently increased the share capital. The shareholding structure has also changed. Kirsten Swiss GmbH has become an official shareholder by acquiring an 18% stake in the company. To be honest, this is one of the platforms that doesn't get me excited lately. If I want to check my transaction history for every project, it doesn't work, and I also can't download the entire loan book, which is a problem in my opinion. Also, not all of the projects come with a valuation report, which is a bit of a red flag for me. That's also the reason why we have downgraded the rating for VIAINVEST in the past few months. Afranga is another smaller platform. It's a P2P lending site from Stick Credit, a Bulgarian payday loan company that is providing audited annual reports and responding to any questions that you might have. My stake on Afranga is unfortunately only 1,422 euro. I say unfortunately because it could have been more if they would have enough available loans. Afranga has started listing loans with 16% interest, which were later reduced to 14%. This has spread around quickly, and now the company struggles to keep up with the demand from investors. Loan availability is always something to consider on any P2P lending platform. If the loan availability on Afranga would be higher, it would be certainly a good candidate for the top 5 platforms. EvoEstate is a crowdfunding platform aggregator, meaning they don't originate loans themselves but provide funding for other platforms that list business loans that are often backed by some type of collateral. Some of the more popular platforms listing loans on EvoEstate are Inrento, Razors, North Street, Heavy Finance, or Max Crowdfund, which is gaining popularity amongst our audience here on YouTube. My stake on EvoEstate is decreasing and is currently at €961. Then we have Iuvo Group, which is another marketplace. Here I only invest in loans from iBankar currently. I've talked with the CEO of this lending company last year, and to be honest, I had one of the most interesting conversations with him off the record, which convinced me to invest in their loans that are secured by cars. Since then, the performance has been exceptional, which is why I might actually increase my stake here. Currently, it's rather small at just €573. I'm also invested with €500 on Heavy Finance. The interest is being paid out regularly, so I cannot really complain here. On Heavy Finance, you are basically investing in agricultural loans that are backed by heavy machinery. It's a platform that is, however, more suitable for experienced investors. I also have a small stake on VIAINVEST, which I will be withdrawing as I plan to exit the platform and focus on other opportunities. I'm also active in the crypto lending space. Currently, I'm invested on Celsius Network with €2,205 and on YouHodler with €1,157. This is the amount in cryptos that I have deposited here. Now, there are various risks associated with crypto lending, which I won't be going over again in this video. We've already published a lot of content about those platforms, so if you want to learn more about it, I suggest you browse through this channel or read our dedicated reviews on P2P Empire. So now you have got some impressions about where I'm invested at the moment. I've excluded the crypto lending platforms and aggregated all the other investments to get an overview of how my investments in loans are diversified. So here are some of the relevant data. I'm currently invested in 938 loans in 13 countries with an average investment amount of €46 per loan. The weighted average interest rate for the entire loan portfolio is 11.20% at the moment. 84% of my loans are current, whereas 15% are late and 0.2% have defaulted. The only defaulted loan is, by the way, just one loan on EstateGuru, which still can be recovered as it's backed by a mortgage. When it comes to the security, 36% of loans are backed by some type of collateral. Most of the time it's either a mortgage or a car. Almost 64% are unsecured loans that are backed by either a 30-day or a 60-day buyback guarantee from lenders that are always able to fulfill the obligation towards investors. When it comes to the loan type, most of the loans are short-term loan followed by installment loans and real estate loans. As mentioned earlier, I'm exposed to 13 countries. Most of the countries are in Eastern Europe, but I also have some investments in the Baltics, Germany and Spain. The only country outside of Europe that I'm invested in is Singapore, which is from the Robocash lender that is using those funds to finance its loan book in Southeast Asia. What's worth mentioning is also the cash drag. This is, by the way, something very important that every investor should pay attention to. Currently, I'm experiencing cash drag only on Afranga and on EstateGuru. On EstateGuru, it's mainly caused by the funding speed of a particular project rather than the availability of loans. So this portfolio has earned €402 last month, which will be reinvested to increase the portfolio size. I'm quite content with the performance. What's also important to consider is the liquidity. I estimate to be able to exit the entire portfolio within just 1 month if necessary, which is an underestimated but quite an important factor to consider. So, as you can see, there have been quite a few changes from my last portfolio update in March. I've exited a few testing portfolios and created new ones. That being said, I will likely continue decreasing the number of platforms but increasing the invested amount on the best platforms. Both PeerBerry and Robocash offer attractive loyalty bonus programs, which I will be aiming for on both platforms. If you want to try those platforms by yourself, you can use our links in the description to get an additional bonus on your investments during the first month on Robocash or during the first 3 months on PeerBerry. That being said, I will be continuing to improve the performance of my portfolio. Personally, I think that the returns from P2P lending are a great hedge against the inflation. P2P loans are not correlated to cryptos or to the stock market, which makes it really an interesting asset class for any investor. Certainly, it's not risk-free, and you can lose your capital if you end up investing on shady platforms or just don't do proper due diligence. But that's the case not only in P2P lending, but also in cryptos or on the stock market, which many investors like to forget, especially during bull runs. I hope you have enjoyed this insight into how I'm currently invested in the P2P lending space. If you're wondering how you can create a similar portfolio, there is not really a shortcut here. What you should be aiming for is to increase your income and decrease your expenses where you can. This is by far the most important factor that many people struggle with. Investing regularly for a long period of time will also have a big impact on your portfolio size. If you're wondering whether I only invest in P2P loans, then the answer is no. I also invest in stocks and cryptos, but the highest stake is by far in P2P empire. Although you can enjoy our content for free, maintaining the quality of the information that you will find on our website or here on this channel comes at a cost. If you find the information here on P2P empire useful, you can invite us for a coffee, which helps us to cover some of the expenses, which I'm very grateful for. So it took a lot of time to aggregate all of the data from various platforms. So if you appreciate the effort, hit the like button and subscribe to not miss out on future videos. Also, if you have any questions which I haven't covered in this video, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.